Now it is.
Yay. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today for the opportunity meeting. Um, we all just wanted to talk about Solle as a business. We all know that we love it as a product line, as a lifesaver, as emotional support, physical support, and that's really what brought us to Solle. But what about Solle as a business? So my story a little bit is that when I started using Solle, I had already done a couple of businesses and told my mentor, Michelle, I would never sell another anything, nothing. I was a hairdresser. And she was like, no, you need to really, you just need to go ahead and sign up because people are going to love it. Like once you start feeling good and people want to know, you'll want to share it with them. So she had me do it and I signed up right then and there. I think back then it was like $49. Hi, Miss Catherine. I think back then it was $49. And I started feeling good so quickly. And then we had a meeting at my house. And back then the founders would come and they would share us about Solle. And one of my dearest friends didn't want to come. And I was like, no, you have to come. You're my friend. I need you there. And let me tell you, her story is so important because her son could hardly walk. And she's like, well, why don't I just try it? So when she did, within a month, he was better. And everybody wanted to know why. They could tell emotionally, they could tell physically. And from there, I feel like we were one of the first groups in Texas. Ashley was in San Marcos. We have another friend that's out near Beaumont area. And between the three of us, Solle just exploded, which was a little unnerving because I felt like nobody's heard of this before, right? Why would someone want to join this when they haven't heard it before? But word of mouth spread so quickly about people getting relief when they had been searching for relief. So for me, Solle for a Business now has become so important because hearing someone call me up and say, thank you, I finally feel better, or this is what the doctor said. The doctor saw my numbers and he cannot believe, or I have searched for everything and finally I have some relief. It means so much to me to hear that. And I like the whole approach with Solle, and I think we all would agree. Probably none of us planned on this as a business, but the feeling of wanting to help people is the commonality that runs through Solle, I think. I think every one of us that are here, people that just want to make money don't really stick around. I don't think this is the place for you if you're just here for money. But if you're interested really in helping people, I feel like we've all landed here because of that. And that's the kind of people it attracts. That's the kind of people that do great. And I remember the very first meeting I went to was in Dallas. I don't know, Ashley, if you were with me at that meeting or not, but I remember going. I had only been sharing Solle for a couple of months, and I went and I was like, ugh, I hate these rah meetings, where they're all like, everybody gets into this fervor, and that's not what it was. Like I sat there the whole time and everybody felt like I did. Like everybody that talked was like, I feel so much better. I shared it with my mother. She feels better. My best friend feels better. So to me, that's why Solle's a perfect business, because it speaks to what's important to me. It speaks to my passion, which is helping people feel better. So I know that a lot of us want to help, pay for our supplements because now we can't stop. We all need them now, right? We're all Solle junkies now. So it's become, such a nice way to help us share Solle and then also pay for our own products. And really and truly, they're so generous with us. It is such a product line. It's such a group of everybody from top to bottom. When you meet them, are so, their heart is big. And whenever they have laid out the whole structure of selling Solle, it's really laid out with that same thought process. They don't want a spirit of competition, which I've seen before in some of the businesses that I've been in. They really want you to help your team. So we all help each other. And even if we're not on the same team, like Ashley and I have been working together for years, We're not even on the same team, but we still help each other. We still encourage each other, still bounce things off of each other. And so I think that's just what makes this place a great place to fall, or Solle a great place to fall. So a couple of cool things is there's several ways to make money. You can, if that's what you're interested in, is it as a career, because we all do need to make money, right? I mean, none of us are, well, I'm not anyway, financially secure without some money, but Solle has made it pretty easy. When you sign up new people, you get a commission, you get a sign up bonus for that. When someone new signs on, when they start reordering, then you have your whole organization, and then they tell other people, and then they order. You are given bonuses when people sign up. So there's a lot of ways to make money and to reach goals. If that's what you want to do, you can definitely do that. If you just want to pay for your products, you can do that too. So I think it's really a great way to even make it a career. Also, there is a whole program, a reward system, which is great, because one of the things I really like is someone will ask me, should I sign up as a specialist to save more money? I love telling people, nope, you're already saving money. You get it wholesale, just like I get it wholesale. If you have a storefront, then you can sell at retail, but we both get it wholesale. That's fantastic, because that means that the customer is important also. The reward system is basically that way of saving money. So Solle has either 5 and 10% of money back, or money in your little rewards bank. Up to 150, you get 5% in your rewards to use at future dates. And over that, you get 10%. Now, what's really cool, and I say this because I am not a fan of auto ships. Solle Naturals auto ships are amazing. So any specialist that's on here, don't be scared to share that with other people, because I had been in the beginning, and then they're like, why didn't you tell me? Actually, one of my girls today was like, why am I not getting enough rewards? Do I need to be on auto ship? And I'm like, yes. So when you're on auto ship, you get, instead of 5 and 10, you get 20 and 25. They are rewarding you for being on auto ship. Unlike all those other companies, you can change within that month of your auto ship. They still want you to do it every month, but within that month, you can change your date within the month, and you can change what's in your auto ship. So let's just say this month you have no money, then just put a bottle of AC cream in there, or a Vertizymes, or whatever your favorite thing is. So every month you are still having an auto ship, and even on that, you're getting 20% in rewards to use the next month when you've got a little more money, or the next day if now you do want to put it towards something else you really need. So I think that's pretty cool. So sharing that with them and letting them know it doesn't always have to be the same thing in your auto ship, but Solle Naturals is always trying to look for ways to benefit you. Now we have where even our customers can get referral points with, they have their own code now, which is just Solle. With their account number, they can give it to their friend, and their friend can purchase one item if they want that equals $35. It has to be over $35, but they will get $10 in rewards, the customer that's already established, and their friend will get $10 off. That's amazing. So a super great way to share Solle with people. But if you do share it as a business, then you can share a $25 gift code with people. They can use that on their first orders. Both of those are first orders only. Over 150, they can use that $25 gift card. So that's pretty cool. So they're always looking for ways to save money. And even for you to be a specialist, if you're not a specialist already, either it's only $75, which I think that's a steal, because I've been with other companies. It's a one-time fee, $75. Next year, you're not going to be charged another $150 or whatever. The website is free, which is, I never see that. So that's amazing. What's even more amazing is if you want to have an M2 meeting, Gina just had one, and you want to become a specialist, they will let you be a specialist for free. Okay, that is by inviting at least 5 people. And we take a picture of them. We send their names and their contact information. We're supposed to do that all before, the names and contact information, and take the picture during the meeting. Then there has to be an order of at least 150. Okay. Now, it can be your order if you're not an established customer. If you're an established customer, it has to be somebody else's order, not combined, unless you want to combine 4 people, just want one product, and you want to make it all under one person. You can do that, but it has to be that. So then you can be a specialist for free. All those people there go into your organization. Now you're making the money off of them instead of just telling me about them and I make the money. So that's pretty cool. So you can start growing your own organization. Okay, I think that is about all I wanted to cover today. One more thing about the M2 meeting for all of y'all that are on here that are established specialists. If you want to have an M2 meeting and it's not to be a specialist, you can actually go through the same thing. An M2 meeting is always somebody's order is 150, 5 people, let them know. You can get $50 in rewards points for having that M2 meeting. So there's still an advantage to having that, but also your organization grows. So having those M2 meetings are really important for your organization growing. So let's start thinking about those, not just for becoming a specialist for free, but for telling other people and sharing other people about Solle. Okay. Now I just got a message from the company. They're going to start something new. They're going to start, and I don't know all the details yet, but if you have an event that's over 100 people, and it has to be 100 people, so you could do several groups together. And I don't know how this looks yet, but they will, I believe that they'll, I don't know, there's some advantages to that, and they will help us with that event planning. And so let's keep that in mind if we all wanted to get together. I know I had talked to him a couple of months ago about doing that, and it would be an M2 meeting. We would each do our own breakout rooms, take pictures of our 5 people, keep track of who in our group would be a mega party. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Keep track of who would be in our group. I know that's what I had talked to them about. I don't know how it will change, but just keep watching for that, because that would be an amazing way to build excitement and to grow all of our businesses. Okay, so right now I'm going to go ahead and stop and ask any question if you have any questions, and then after that we'll spend a couple of minutes talking to whoever wants to share with us why they love Solle. Okay, any questions from anybody? No little yellow hands? Okay, Gretchen, go ahead, my dear.
Just one quick question. I know that they're getting they're getting rid of the $25 gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
What is the new code? I can't remember. Is it specialist? I can't remember.
It's your name that's after, it's in your replicated site. It's your
Uh-huh.
personal name that's after the slash.
After the slash.
After the slash. Yeah, that will be the code you give to them for the $25. Now I just tried that this week.
Mhm.
I would, if you have gift cards, still kind of use them, or I mean, they did make it work, but I don't know if it's actually working great yet. If you're gonna call them, it would work okay. But if you're gonna do it online and you've got any extra gift cards, go ahead and use that till they get it kind of down. Yes,
Okay.
Mrs. Stella.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm with Maria. I think it's save 25.
You're right.
For the 25
Mhm.
discount. Your site name is for the $10.
That is right.
discount.
That's right. So Gretchen, it's your site name for the $10 if you're a specialist. That's what it is. It's save 25 for the $25.
Thank you.
Then if it's just a customer for the $10, it's Solle with their account number. Did I confuse you?
A little. If
Okay.
somebody could just put that in our little group,
Yeah.
that I can screenshot it, that'd be great.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Okay, anybody else? Estella, is your hand still up? Do you want to? No, okay. Let me see. Save 25. Yeah, mega party sounds fun. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now tell me Who would like to share? I got quite a bit. Who would like to share why they love Solle as a business? Anybody? Gretchen, go ahead.
I'll just say one thing to get the juices flowing. I love the fact that we are not required to have a, we're never forced to have any certain amount of production. We don't have a production. We set our own goals. Nobody, and we get help to reach our goals from our mentors and from the company. Calling customer service is amazing. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That I'm grateful that nobody pushes me to reach any certain goals for their benefit. I get to set the goals for my own benefit.
I love that. And you are doing it. She's got a new specialist that is on fire. So congratulations. So to what she said, so for us specialists, what I also think is different than every other company out there is your specialist title or rank will never be taken away from you. If you want to be paid on commissions, then you need $100 in your own orders every month. If this month you can't afford it, you just don't get your commissions if you've got an organization. So that's amazing. But if, like for instance, you don't do anything for a year and you want to start sharing Solle again, then you're still a specialist. You never stopped being a specialist. Also, it is $150 in your Solle Safe if you want to qualify for bonuses, but just for commissions, you only need $100. Yes, ma'am, Miss Gina.
So I just started, but I just want to talk a little bit about what I was doing prior to. I've always liked herbs. And so I was doing all this research on where I can learn about herbs and learn about, body wellness and everything. And then you click on something and I started getting calls and emails, join this and $5,000 and all this, and I just thought, this is not what I want. I just want to be able to read at my convenience and learn when I want to. It would be great if it was from an expert, and I just think it's so nice that there's an Val, these women who are specialists and herbal masters, however they're titled, that we can learn from. And that's exactly what I was looking for, a way to learn. And then they make it so easy to sell. I don't have to set up a home-based office, I can do it real easy from online. I don't have to have my own, you know what I mean? The little offsite office where you sell all the herbs. So I'm excited about that. It's good so far for me.
I'm so excited you joined us. And I like that because I feel like all the experts that we have in Solle are generous with their knowledge. Nobody, it's just, to me, it speaks to the whole attitude of Solle in general. Everybody just wants to help everybody, whether you're on the same team or not. And that to me is very different. I love that. Is that Terry?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, dear.
Hi. I think so many of us feel started the same way that Gina did, that we really feel like herbs and natural things are the best way, and tried so many things. And, I don't have the same issues that you have, Tammy, but I did have the same thing where I would buy bottles and bottles of stuff hoping that they would work. And I try them and I go, I don't feel any different. I'm taking all this stuff. I don't feel any different. I'm spending all this money. And and also too, like Gina said, that there's so much a wealth of knowledge, free. I mean, we can attend those meetings without free. I've watched Chris listen to her some of her videos, and I mean, some of these people are amazingly wise when it comes to herbs and health, and even just the website, the documents where it explains all the herbs that are in each product and what they do. And a lot of times I'll read that, and then I'll go into Google that one thing and then read more about it. But I do love that about this company, and you know, when I started using it, it wasn't like the old products. It really did. I really did start feeling a difference and seeing a difference. And you know, so I mean, maybe I'm spending the same or a little bit more than I was. At least it's working. At least I could feel like it, you know, I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And really, I mean, I don't know about the rest of you. When I was going to all those doctors, you know, every herb that's in one packet of Vital represented $30. So, you know, now I feel like I'm saving money because Vital's only $47.25. So that's way less per month than I was spending. Thank you, Miss Terry. Okay, Miss Maria Balderas. I can't hear you. Okay, there you go. I still can't hear you.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, there you go.
Sorry, there was a phone call coming in at the same time. How weird. I think too, one of the things that I really appreciate about Soul is the founders meeting with us, you know, and you get this, I don't know, this training directly from them. You get their experiences as well, as to how Soul has helped them and how the different products, you know, were developed. So that I find that, you know, very, it draws me, you know, that, you know, the founders themselves, you know, meet with us, you know, on a regular basis. And there was one other thing I was going to mention. I just got distracted by the phone call, but it'll come to me in a moment. Oh, yes, the competition thing. You know, I've done other, whether you call them MLMs or whatever, and you always feel this spirit of competition, like sell, 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 and whatever, because you can go to this great party afterwards. You know, and yes, we know it's important that we, you know, we want to, you know, sell, but it feels it's more about the sharing part, and when you see how sharing really benefits others, and others see that you're not really there for their money, and you're willing to wait for whenever they're ready to, you know, to go Soul, then it's appreciated more. So I'm glad that that competition isn't, you know, there like with other MLMs. That was it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts, to be honest with you. Okay, Miss Ashley, would you please share with us?
Well, I want to share all the things.
I know.
That was such helpful information to go over, Tammy. So thank you so much. But my biggest thing is it's the connection and the relationships. I'm always amazed of the personal growth and just strengthening in connections that happens. It's like even right now in this moment. And the trust that is continues to build from the founders to the entire Soul family. And the integrity and trust really starts, you know, with them. And we just all walk it out together. And we're all in this together and learning from one another. So, and I really appreciate that every month, you know, to do the business, yes, it's $100 order, but the money that I have saved, and now my health cabinet is Soul, I'm actually saving money. So I really appreciate that. And it's a simple conversation to help the next person next to me, you know, help them get on their herbs and help them feel better. So, and yeah, so that's all I wanted to share. I love Soul. I love y'all.
I know. It's awesome. And Ashley and I have been to a lot of events together. And I think we would probably both agree that as soon as we can all get back to doing that, you will feel exactly what she's talking about. And I mean, I know Gretchen's been with me. Who else is on here? Gwen. There's just a really great camaraderie that I think speaks to the whole company. Yeah. Thank you, dear. Miss Jody.
Okay, so my comments definitely follow Ashley's and Maria's about no competition. because I'm not like that. I definitely am not competitive. I mean, even when I was younger, I'm not competitive. I would rather have you win than me win. I just don't like that. So, but selling, so to speak, or sharing products about, sharing Soul's products, to me, isn't selling. I mean, you know, yes, you're approaching people about it, and you do sometimes have to approach them several times. So we've talked about it before, where it's like 7 or 8 times that you're touching a person. And even in previous businesses that I've been in, we've talked about that too. So sometimes they just need little reminders to get them going or to get them to make a move. But it's not aggressive. It's not like selling aggressive, you know, nobody likes that. That's just uncomfortable. So, but it's the several soft touches that we do for people that gets them motivated. And it's the education. The education is so important because people want to know why. Like, you're talking to them about a particular product, but they need to be able to apply it to themselves. So there has to be a measure of education. So if you're willing to do that and help people like understand the benefits of these products, then, you know, that's a good thing. So part of the business is just that, you know, you're not just sitting back and waiting for people to contact you, because they're not going to. They're going to contact somebody else, you know, who's out there. And that's okay too, because I'm not competitive, you know, so that's okay too. But having the business, because we want to help people, having the business helps me to be focused on doing that. You know, I know that I have to keep contacting people, you know, I know that I have to, you know, whether it's a phone call or a text. So that just keeps me focused on helping them.
Yeah, I love that, because it really is more about relationship building than it is about selling. And I think once you build those relationships and people trust you, and I know, Jody, if you can share with us, you have a big book of herbs. What is it called? Could you type it in our little chat for us? Because I feel like I need that book so that I can sound smart like you and Val. And
Yeah, no.
but I think that is important, and adding value to people, really adding value, as opposed to just, you know, when you think of some of those businesses out there that's just all about money, that's not value, you know? And so anyway, what's the name of the book?
Yeah, so I have just the cover, because I have the book upstairs in another room. But this one here, the adaptogens in medical herbalism. Oh boy, like if you want to know, you know, any herbs, any, you know, plants, it's a big book. It's a fat book. When I first got it and opened it, I'm like, oh my goodness, like I need a chemistry class. It's like, you know, it's like the essential oil book that I have too. You know, it's like, you know, it's written by very smart people, you know, but I'm like, oh, I need to take a course before I can open up this book, you know, but it's easy to read. You can understand it. Don't make the thickness of the book, don't let that be overwhelming to you. Just take one paragraph at a time. That's the important part about it. But it's called Adaptogens in Medical Herbalism. It's written by Donald Yance. And if you've like looked at any of his other books, he's been writing books for decades. So
Awesome. Thank you so much. I love what Estella just chatted. Let me find it. Estella said, they are all available to ask questions even. What company does that? It's so true. Like 2 weeks ago, Jordan, I had like this big, huge problem that I did not understand. I'm like, you have to message me. I have to get this solved. And within 5 minutes, he messaged me. Gretchen, is your hand, do you mean to have it up? Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to mention all of the free training that we get. We have Monday Morning Success. We have the Tuesday night training. We have monthly trainings. We have Allison Caldwell Andrews, who trains us frequently, and it's all for free. When I've been with other companies, actually I am with other companies, but I don't participate nearly as much, because every time you join, and I mean, you go to an event, you have to pay $10 or $25 or $50, and we get so much training and education. They're just sharing it with us so that we can share it with other people and that we can help other people. And it's just really a wonderful thing. And I'm going to stop before I start crying because it really is wonderful.
I love you. Well, no, and that's true, because then we can add value to other people, right? And if for those of you on here that are new and you haven't been to an event, Dr. Allison Andrews, who is one of our main formulators, is amazing. If you see anything with her, and I know you can go into our site, and if you look up webinars, anything from her, listen to it, because you'll be smarter afterwards. Mrs. Stella.
I was just gonna say, that, I kind of like the same lines like Gretchen. I feel so privileged really to have found Soul. Been with it for a little over a year, and the two mentors above me are inactive. So I was kind of like a little orphan, but because the company is so amazing, I came across y'all's group, and it was just, everybody was willing to help, and I've just had so much support all along the way, just trying to figure it all out on my own. And it's been amazing. I don't know. There was always something about it that I thought, I can't let it go. I can't let it go. There was a couple times that I felt so like lost, but somehow, somewhere I found my way, and it's been amazing.
I know, and I'm so glad we got to know each other and get closer, even though we're not on the same team, And I will just tell you a little bit before we get off. We can go ahead. Gretchen, okay, your hands down. Before I get off, a little bit about my soul journey is that in the beginning, I shot straight up to the top immediately. So the bad part about that is you think that it's easy, right? You think that, okay, I got this. Look at this. I'm already way up here. So then you stop trying and you stop sharing. And I'll just say now, after all these years, when I got disappointed, because that didn't last, I got disappointed, but I never, it's what Estella just said, I could never just let go of Soul, because I knew it was making a difference in my life. The great thing about it was when I circled back around, my business was still there. I went through a couple of years of really tough times, personally, really tough times. My business was still there. So now that I've got more time to share, it's still here, and I can share it with others and really make an income. If next year is bad, it'll still be here, So I think that's a really great way to look at it. And also, one more thing that I think is super important is that things have changed from when me and Ashley signed up. And we were trying to convince everybody plants were amazing and natural health was the way to go. And everybody was still like, but is it FDA approved, or is it this, or is it that? And we had to convince people that we're better than organic. We just give it a try. We don't have to do that anymore. Things have changed completely. People are looking for hope. They're like I was. Some of that, some people need other tools. For me, those tools didn't work. You may still have to have those tools and use Soul with it. Whatever the case is, now people are more open to it. So Soul is not a hard business anymore like it was when I started, of like, no, really, just give it a try. Now people really want to give it a try. Okay, I think that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Estelle, is your hand up? Okay. I appreciate everybody so much for participating. I think there was so much value that you each brought. I want to read a couple of things real quick before we get off of what people shared to me, because I think this speaks to the different directions of what attracts people to Soul. Jody says she loves to help people feel good. She loves having Soul as a business. It keeps her focused on doing just that. And it helps her pay for her family's products is a bonus. Terry says she can pay for her own Soul products through her commissions and rewards. And really, that's kind of how some of us started out. Once we became like, I've got to have this in my life. I better make money so I can keep it. And then it just grows, right? And then Michelle Torres, I love what you said. I love Soul as a business because all of the support, encouragement, and the opportunity to help people just feel better. I haven't been doing it long enough to really get going, but I'll get there. Yes, you will. There's a real sense of camaraderie instead of competition. I love that. That was before I even said any of that. She wrote that, and that is the truth. And I will just tell you that some of the closest friends I have right now are because of Soul. Because of Soul. Michelle and I were the best of friends when we started, but now Natalie and I never knew each other. Ashley and I never knew each other. Lori Jones and I, who you all know, never knew each other. Rachel and I, all of us are genuinely good friends. So, and Rebecca. Okay, you guys, I love you all. Thank you so much. Hopefully this will encourage other people to think about Soul. Thank you, Catherine, for joining us as well. It will help people think about Soul as a business, or just sharing it with people. The benefits of just sharing what it's doing for you can really help people, you know, and that's really what we want to do. Okay, you guys, I'm going to stop recording. Let's see.